Howdy, welcome back to SlydeBytes. Hope you all had a great new year. And welcome back to the channel. I certainly hope you all, I really do hope you all had a great new year. I definitely did, and I'm glad to be back in 2023 and still making making these videos. And I hope you guys will, all of you, everyone out there will continue, who's supported me so much throughout the last year, will continue to support in the future. I appreciate all of you, and it's been great interacting with so many of you. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it because I got a lot of ground to cover, and I really wanted to show this pedal from the beginning and just let you hear some variation there because I'm just flipping switches because there's so much to do on this one. Go ahead and power off, and just out front we are playing the PRS SC Soap Bar 2 and drop B flat. So here we go. This is the Behringer tube amp modeler. So this amp is just a straight up solid state amplifier. It does have digital effects in it, but it's all like reverbs, delays, chorus, phaser. You know, that's all. It's not got any, it does have a distortion channel, obviously it's a 2-channel amp, but it's not got any tube amp modeling or anything. It's not a modeling, modeling amplifier. What it is a straight up tube amp, or straight up solid state amplifier that is just a very loud powerhouse workhorse of an amplifier. But if you're like me, you don't use a clean channel that often. And in the past, what I've been doing is just running a little bit of an overdrive pedal for the Behringer, Digitech Bad Monkey Tube OD pedal to kind of give it a little bit of a breakup. And when I really wanted to, I stack that into my Behringer Ultra Metal pedal and drive my signal and get a really neat metally distortion tone. There's that word again. I keep saying that, metally. Anyway, so I wanted to get some more natural grit in my clean channel, and I wanted to stack that in front of my my Digitech Bad Monkey Tube Overdrive and my Behringer Ultra Metal, and give it some more of those more organic breakup characteristics that you would get from a tube amp. So I've been looking at this pedal for a while, and for $24 I picked it up from Sweetwater. The thing is, this is not just, you know, a one-trick pony, obviously. This has, I think they said 27 different things built into it. So you obviously have your typical settings. You have your drive, your low, your high, and level, low, high, and drive. And you've got 3 different modification switches, which are, call it it's the mic, and you can switch that between classic, center, and off axis. The mod, which can be clean, high G, which is high gain, or hot, and then amp is tweed, Brit, or California. And you can swap between those, and I think it is like, I want to say that it's 27 different things you can set this up to sound like. And we were just playing with a few of them there. I usually just use it on one setting with the drive all the way off, because it's still even with the drive all the way down, it still has some gain. I'll show that here in a second. In fact, I'll go ahead and set the pedal up to do that. So as you can see, we're going to set the drive all the way down. And I'm going to set to California. We'll do, so yeah, set the mod to clean, and we'll put it off axis. And as you will see here, there's always some grit in it. Now, main thing to know when buying these pedals, they are plastic. And if that bothers you, you may want to skip them. I'll just put that out front right now. They also do not come with a power supply, but they do take 9-volt batteries, and that's how I'm running it. So we're going to pull everyone a little closer, so you can kind of better see what I'm doing here. Still not the closest but view of it, but as close as we can get to me without running into me. So here we go. So again, clean tone, we're on the neck. Again, the drive is all the way down. So yeah, so one thing I really like though is that you hear a little bit of grit in there, but it's still relatively clean. And volume on the guitar and tone are maxed out right now. So let's go ahead and dig in now. So as you can see, when you dig in, it's responding like a tube amp. So yeah, the harder you pick, the more grit you're getting. I like that a lot. It's a cool setting. So what's also cool is, so I can go to, leave it on California, which is one of my favorite settings, go to hot, and leave it there, and let's crank that gain back up and go to the bridge. That was in the middle position, that last demo. Center. Oh. Ah. See what I mean about the switches being a little hard to, yeah. So I didn't say that. Yeah, the switches are very small, very kind of, there we go, right on the center. Let's go high gain. Let's go British for a second. Leave the other settings the same. Yeah, definitely needs that high. I think I like that where it is. All right, so let's go to tweed and let's try, let's go to clean and do classic. Drive all the way up. Turn the drive all the way back down. Do a little bit more. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do with this thing. Let's go ahead and give it all the drive. Put it on high gain, put it on center. Woo! That's on the middle position again. That's the tweed setting, good night. Let's go ahead and turn that level back down. Let's go back to the British and go to off axis British and try hot. I like that setting a lot. Let's go to high gain for a second. And let's go ahead, and that's on the center. Let's go ahead and just do classic for a second on there. So yeah, clearly there's just a lot you can do with it. So like I said, I'm using it mostly with the drive off on the California clean setting and off axis. And when I do that, again, we'll just let you hear, this will be the middle position. That was back on the bridge here for that last demo there. But this is gonna be the middle. So as you can see, when I have the drive all the way off, I don't know if you can see that very well, but the drive is again all the way off on this setting, on this particular amp setting. You don't lose volume like you did on the, I think it was the tweet a second ago where it lost the volume. And you get some nice gain structure. It's not gainy, but you can still hear it. But it's if you dig in, so you can see how stacking that into my typical metal setup would give it some more organic character. Does this sound like a tube amp? I don't think so. It reacts like a tube amp though. I think it has too much gain in a lot of the settings to be considered like an actual tube amp. On the clean setting at least. I like this, like for example, my Behringer tube amp doesn't have that much gain, you know, when you don't have the gain up. But at the same time, it works. It works for the way I'm using it. Now, that might bother some of the people. Let's go ahead and just go to British. We'll leave it on clean, just see how that sounds for a second. And the tweed, again, you lose all your volume without the drive on, but with it back on. So it's up to you how to use it, obviously. I have found the setting that works for me, but you're gonna pick one of these up and try it. If you pick one of these up, you're gonna just tinker around with it for a little bit and see what works best for you. And you know, that it is just one of those things that it's an experimental game. You're gonna have to really experiment to find what is the best setting for you. For me, I'm trying this again. I'm stacking it in front of, it's right after, like from guitar to the amp, it's literally like going straight to my tuner and into this. Then I got my synth pedal from Digitech into my tube overdrive and my ultra metal, and from there on other effects. But the way I'm stacking it, I'm giving it my main tone on here a little bit of an extra boost. We're not going to show that right now. I just want to demo this pedal specifically and what it can do, because you don't even have to use other pedals. You can get enough gain off of this to run it standalone, and it sounds great. Does it sound like a tube amp every time? No, but you can get a lot of stuff, especially if you just have a basic amp that doesn't have any modeling tech for other amps. $24, you can turn your amp into that as long as you have an extra cable. And I've been thinking about doing a part 2 with this video, running this through the effects loop. If you guys, any of y'all are interested in seeing that, let me know, and I can definitely make that video. Because I think that might be kind of cool to show too, how it sounds to the effects loop. Maybe, I don't know how much of a difference it'd make. I don't typically use effects loop myself, and I've not been using it with this, so I've tried it, but I didn't see enough of a change for me to, I didn't really do anything for me. But if anyone's interested in that, we can go through and tinker with that one here too. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. And I'll gladly do a part 2. So yeah, the Behringer tube amp modeler. Does it sound like a tube amp? Not necessarily, but it does act like one in a way, and it has a place and a purpose, and you can definitely do a lot of things with it. I'd give it probably a 3.5 out of 5. It's usable, and it's definitely got a place, and I do like the pedal. And with this thing, I love it because it's doing exactly what I want, but it may not do what you want. So again, you just have to experiment. And that's kind of all I can chalk it up to. All in all, bye-bye again? Yeah, probably, because I definitely think it's become integral into how I'm using it and my sound. Smacking my mic here. But yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching SlydeBytes, and I will see you guys soon with more gear reviews. I got stuff coming that I'm very excited about, and yeah, so Happy New Year again, and I will see you all soon. Keep shredding, partners. Talk to you later. Bye.